I love to make slimline cards with slimline dies, but also like to find ways to stretch my crafty dollars. And in this video, I share many slimline cards, but also A2 cards made with slimline dies and non-holiday cards made with Christmas slimline dies. Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I am Karen Hashik and I admit I am die cut crazy. I wanted to make cards with all my new Christmas slimline dies and find ways to use them in different ways. So in this video I'm showing all my new cards and then how to make one adapting a slimline die for an A2 size and how to make a double easel card. I just received this wrapped up in a bow slimline die from Cat Scrappiness, and it was perfect for this pretty Christmas card. You simply cut it, and this was out of like a suede paper for an easy slimline Christmas card. But as you can see, it can also be used for a masculine birthday card. So I used black suede paper and some other dies to make this very easy masculine birthday card. And then on the inside I used another slimline die and a happy birthday and put a gift card in there. You can also use the die on a non-slimline card, of course, and in this case I did a joy fold card with a plaid bow and then used it here, and then when you open it, it says happy birthday to you. So again, stretching our crafty dollars by using the slimline dies in different ways. I also just received the 2D Designs Slimline Stars background, and I had a lot of fun, as you can see, making cards. I tried it yellow on black and black on yellow and then cut it in half, and I did that same idea on a non-slimline card. So again, you can use your slimline dies on A2 size with just some adaptation. So here's the first card, and then here's another Christmas card that I made with that cool 2D Designs background. This one might be my favorite. I'm not sure. I like them all. But this Whimsy Stamps Elegant Snowflake die set is just gorgeous. And this is the part that is the edge, but then you also get all these snowflakes too. So I admit I saw a card like this with the black and the gold online, and I totally went, I have to have that die, and I'm kind of going to case those colors. I don't really think about black for a Christmas card, but this was really neat. So a beautiful, easy card, and then I did it in navy and blue as well for Christmas. But again, you don't need to use your slimline dies for slimline cards, and in this case I did a square card with that border and a pretty sentiment there. Now of course all the details on all these cards will be on my blog, and I have links in the description box. And here's another one I got. Did I tell you I'm die cut crazy? I really am, and I love the slimline look. So this is the 2D Designs Oriental Background 2, and I made a wedding card with it, just simply cutting it out in the slimline design, adding a few extra pieces there for a beautiful wedding card. But doesn't have to be a slimline card. Here's an A2 size where I again played with the idea of putting some of the pieces back in a pattern. Happy birthday blah 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 wine. It'll be perfect for a wine loving friend. After I made all those cards, planning for a video, I received my first shipment of new dies from a company that's new to me called Dies... to Die For at the shopscrapbook101.com website. And I had so much fun designing with these awesome, reasonably priced dies, and I know I'll be sharing many more cards with Dies to Die For dies soon. Now I have a link in my description box to them, as well as of course to the blog post. If you're doing a search, be sure to look for the dies ... the 3 dots, and the scrapbook shop scrapbook 101 website, as there is another dies to die for in the UK, whereas the one that I am designing for as a guest designer and recommending is located in Michigan, USA. I love ugly sweaters for the holidays. They just make me smile. And this card that I made features one of the new Slimline dies I got, which is the Plaid 2 background. And I cut it twice and turned it around and made a easel Slimline Cards. So as you can see, it lays flat to mail. 2 really cute ugly sweaters decorated with dies in the ugly sweater die set, but also with a Christmas tree decorating set that I'll show you in a minute. And it says, "Ugly, 'tis the season, ugly sweater season." And then when you open it up, you see another cute ugly sweater, and it is an easel card that stands up. Of all of the new dies that I received from Dies to Die For, I think my favorite is this Slimline branch frame die set. It is just a really cool frame in the slimline shape, and I had been wanting to do a double easel card, and I did it with this card with the lanterns, which is another new die, hanging from that branch easel die. And it's a double easel card, if you can see that, and then it stands up. But of course it will also lay flat to mail, and I'll show you that in a minute. I thought that we could all use a brighter 2021, so I used the large lantern here, and down here is the smaller one, and I'm going to show you. I hope you can see that from that angle. When you push here, the little lantern lights up, and what I used to get that to work are an easy light from Pear Blossom Press. So underneath in here you can see the mechanism. It's very easy to work, and you just hide it in there, and then you push and the little lantern lights up. We're saying hello to 2021, Happy New Year, with that double easel Slimline card. I love how that card turned out, but I'm going to show you a version of a double easel card that is an A2 size, just in case that's the size that you would like to do. This is the card we're going to make together, and there's again 2 easels. It will lay flat to mail, and then we have a Happy Holidays double easel card. So I did use the Slimline branch frame, and I'm going to show you how I cut that down to make an A2 card. And I also used the Decorating the Christmas Tree die set and the Holiday Words Winter here and here, which again I'll show you. What's really cool about these words is that there's a shadow, and you can choose to use the shadow or not, and you can even leave them together and the shadow still works. And then I also used this very cool torn edge nesting rectangle on the inside to sign the card. So to make this card a double easel card, you start with cardstock cut at 4.5 and 11, and then you score it in half at 5.5, and you score it again at 2 3/4. So that's how you start the card. And then you also cut a mini easel, and this one I cut 2 by 6, and I scored it at 3 and 1.5. So there you have the starts of your easel cards. I took the large branch slimline die, and I cut it out of a wood grain paper, and then I also cut it out of a patterned green woodsy designer paper. And so this is the inside of the card, of course, and of the slimline thing, and then I taped them together with just regular Scotch tape, and then this is ready to have it be put on the thing. But you just tape them together. And now, and so I don't want it to be a slimline card, so I want to cut it down, and what I need to cut it to is about 5 1/4, which I guess that's about there or so. Let's see, that's 5. This isn't the best cutter to do this with, but it will work. So it looks like I need to tape that frame a little bit more here. Get that tiny piece taped down. Okay. And then I have cut the top or the bottom of the frame off, and I'm going to reattach that along the top with glue so that I now have an A2 sized wood frame. Framed picture. So now you can see it was that easy to just cut out the slimline frame and then remake it into an A2 sized. I'm going to start putting the card together. On the inside, we just want this cool shaped rectangle to sign it. I know you could just cut a regular rectangle, but I just love decal edged or torn edged or stitched dies. They just add so much more interest. So we are going to decorate the tree. And I have cut out some decorations. I cut out the tree and colored the stem, and then I added those strings, and now we're just going to use some glue dots to add the decorations. I have a sparkly star for the top of the tree, and then I cut some sparkly ornaments. That I'm going to add to the tree. Hang a blue one there. And all of these ornaments were cut out from that Decorating the Tree die set. I like to use glue dots to add small elements like those. And now the tree will be attached to the picture frame. And then to the first easel. You know, that seems like that tape's pretty too high, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we're not going to use those side ones. I went up too high with that. So let's just use a tape runner. You just want adhesive along the bottom half. And as I was preparing it, I went too high with that. So that part is ready. And now we're going to do the mini easel. I have cut a cute little mini frame with those branches out and put another piece of that pretty designer paper behind it, and then the happy is from that set, and I chose not to use the shadow on that one. And once again, we want the adhesive in just the bottom half there. So that it stands up. And then I have raised this just a little bit on some mounting tape because this is what's going to hold the bigger easel up. And then you center it. And see how that's holding that first easel up. And then the holidays is I've used the frame, the shadow in white on this one. So I really like the words that you can choose to have a shadow or not. And these sets are very reasonably priced. I have pop dots that I have to take the top adhesive piece off. And then that's going to be down here to hold that mini easel up. I had not tried a double easel card before, and I had fun making them. So you can see that there's a double, a small easel and a big easel with happy holidays and a pretty tree. It will lay flat to mail, and then when they open it up you can sign the card there and they will display it hopefully in their home. I sure had fun with all these awesome dies I've shared with you, and I hope that my cards have inspired you to give them a try. Thanks for watching, sharing, and subscribing, and thanks too for helping me share the joy of creativity.